Yo. Oh man, I'm tired. I don't know why. I'm just so tired. Alright, let me turn on to
Things again.
source.
It's really worrying.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if it is a illegal event. Okay, it is. What, am I going to see Zhao? Oh.
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Hold on. There we go. Alright.
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
What are the odds?
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes.
Never a dull moment on this Tibet trip.
Excellent! I knew I could count on you.
What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something delicious?
We were talking about one certain traveler, and how two's company, but three's a crowd, as the inseparable duo tour around Tibet, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
Dang.
What the? It just gets
That-
worse and worse.
Wow.
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at
You know what?
Stargate. All will be
impressed.
dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of 1 speech each what this event is about?
I really like that. You know what? A poetry festival.
Correct! It's a poetry gala, and Mondstadt and Liyue are hosting it together.
Huh?
Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Oh, something about writing poetry together?
That's right! At the dinner table that
Holy
night,
cow.
I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but eventually, in the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala.
Bit of a weird name.
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hutao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now. Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently. You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved.
Forsooth I am wont to dabble. Wait, forsooth I am wont to dabble in verse.
Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
The sea of clouds, clouds always turn.
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
All Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala,
You know what? I'm actually kind of interested now.
Looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but you still guessed it wrong.
Huh? Wait, Paimon guessed wrong?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
Xiao?
I already told you, I'm not going.
Why not?
Xiao, you're here too!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid, as you well know.
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wandering lonely as a cloud in no time. And you don't even have to join us
Sorry,
in
hold on,
person if you
Offset.
really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer us on.
Alright, I have a hoodie near me in case I get cold.
But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with. It can't hurt to take a quick walk and check things out. Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
Why not? So,
I'll consider it.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived by now. Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later. Plus, our Adeptus friend might need a bit more convincing. We'll see if we can coax him down.
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then!
okay, I'm going to listen to. Wait, oh, game, PC. Don't die on me now. Okay. I think I'm gonna listen to Pimp a Butterfly. That is. Let's say if that wants to work. Okay, can you hold up YouTube music? Y'all can't hear it because yeah, it's a bit copyrighted. So sorry.
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. Let's hop to it. Over there. See the star.
Wow, it's so lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces! Let's go say hi!
For a second, I thought the two of them were just Nuvalet. Okay, gotta like the week after next week.
Well, look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
Hey! Shincho and Changyun are here!
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of evil spirits? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super strong.
Yeah.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we trouble you to introduce us later?
She's cool.
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Huh? What if it's...
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond.
Okay.
That's this. Oh, Diona.
Diona! Traveler in Paimon? I didn't expect to see you here. Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Of course I hate it, but it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know. Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoction
You one would think.
imaginable.
Oh, Madam Ping.
Nobody will ever
Is that
buy
you?
wine from Mondstadt again. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result. Huh, just you wait. I ain't about to mess this up.
Good luck.
Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself. You should join in. It'll be fun. Fine, if I have time.
Oh, that isn't Madam Ping. A shame.
Mika! No!
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Representatives? We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue. But I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from...
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as
Why?
sir.
How is she still in
What?
training, though?
No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Anyway,
She could.
Master Jane did say that as long as we keep
I feel
on
like
top of our
Noelle's
work,
eyes
we should
are like
take a
the
look
most
around while we're here.
desaturated.
But I haven't written much
I don't
poetry
know.
before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
Perhaps the challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. But anyway, no backing
Man, I would love,
Sure.
I would
Maybe
love
you
to
can
see
teach me
what
a thing or two.
Kaya would write about.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Sudden gust of wind forces everyone to be.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Finches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Lua and Mondstadt.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard. The purpose of this
What an
event is to
alliteration.
promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest. So please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words, just right from the heart in whatever form you like.
To help everyone really cut loose
Dang,
and
he makes
enjoy
it sound
themselves to
so
the fullest,
easy.
Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of 3 days. Let's get right to it. The first theme is Riddle Me This. Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good choice for a warm-up activity.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And remember, whoever guesses the most riddles correctly will get a prize.
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has officially begun!
Woo!
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky?
Cloud retainer.
So,
No.
it means something like, this thing's really far from home.
No,
It's in a
surely
vast
not.
area, and it's flying really high.
Okay.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks...
It's nothing really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
I'm
What's
sorry,
it
hold on.
talking about?
Guess who's back? Back again.
Something that flies high and far. Oh, that makes me think of
That was my
dandelions.
initial thought, and then like
Oh,
Storm Terror,
that makes
and then went to
sense.
Cloud Retainer.
And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? If there even is one. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Well, no matter
The
what
neat
the
thing
real
would be
answer
that-
is, the guessing's all a part of
And
the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
songs.
Oh yes, I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddles.
With two sides collide as one? No. With four fangs. Something something. The path to the Great Devourer will be unleashed. And soon Ninjago City will be mine!
This one says...
The four fangs united as one. That's it.
It's just awful. I have four corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind. Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter? Paimon's gotta try that.
Yeah, you need to get smarter.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Huh? So have you got any ideas, Shinjo?
Well,
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
The author?
So this is Shinjo's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting
Yeah,
it to be a
same.
little more elegant.
this festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing something more accessible and less flowery, so that more people could enjoy it.
Hey,
I get
not
that.
bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon the answer on the sly, or...?
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Meanie!
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Huh.
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Gladly.
At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Prepare to get stumped!
Dang, Paimon, chill out. Coming here with guns blazing. Okay, got that one. How about up here? Any up here? Over here. Institutionalize.
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On four long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest. Is this talking about some kind of animal? It's a chair! Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quick? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws.
You know what? Fair.
Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of one. Maybe I should try to come up with one too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. We should reach here.
I wish I could write a riddle. Yo, it would be really cool if we like did a poetry contest. Not a poetry contest per se,
Hey,
but like
looks like everyone's
yeah,
about
maybe a
done
poetry.
mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Yeah.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions, it's time to reveal the first riddle.
Let's see.
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh. That means I have to be first to raise my hand.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh. This riddle is, unique, especially the handwriting.
Jincho.
I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips, one piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
They drew Shinchos.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You rat. It's pizza. The answer is pizza.
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza broaden your mind? And while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like
More
meat?
meat.
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving. So,
No, not this time.
okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something that makes people more intelligent.
If
Oh,
Paimon had known it was
homework.
gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got
Books.
some?
They're square and they've got lots of big words baked into them. Every big word that passes through your mind or your lips as you read it out makes you smarter.
Oh, God, bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one. Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, how did I not
Yeah,
get
you
that? Come
like
on,
once
Mika,
the answer is given to you
concentrate.
for like a riddle or something, you're like, how the hell did I not get that?
Oh, what Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this. Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Liyue.
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas.
Mika, please go ahead. As a full Knight of Avonius,
No. No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first. You should be the one to guess.
my answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and
No, I didn't. You were just before me.
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are towards each other. A wonderful sight to see. How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a scene.
Oh, crud. I guess we dragged that out a bit. So, Noelle.
Yes, let's.
Cecilia!
Oh,
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and
Yeah.
known for its exquisite beauty.
yeah.
The Cecilia is held by many Mondstadters to be the true wind bloom. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were looking for.
I'm not too sure about icy.
Sorry. Any other answers?
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong.
Is the answer Jingshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingshin is the right answer. No! Shinjo got it before Paimon could. However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once.
Her eyes are
Definitely heard the
illuminated. What the
description of
hell?
Pure flowers standing proudly and alone on high. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three contestants earn a point each.
Nice.
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already! Yeah, you're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so floaty?
Paimon.
It's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there. So full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug glug glug, down it goes.
What?
That's Paimon's! They picked Paimon's riddle! Yay! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
No way! Well, go on then, tell us!
The answer is Paimon.
Yeah,
What?
It's Paimon.
it's Paimon.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong!
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
Yeah.
Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
Yeah.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim.
Yep.
So if she fell in the sea,
Glug, glug, glug. Wait! Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer?
Got it for a moment.
No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is
Huh?
obviously the Jade Chamber! You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more
Yeah.
In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem, it would be the perfect riddle.
What do you want to add?
The traveler's companion and talkative guide, a praiseworthy presence always by their side.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
I can vouch for it.
You think so cute?
Very talkative.
Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
I guess everyone was right there. Except
Great.
Paimon.
And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to everyone who answered just now.
Yeah. Which means he's down one.
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinto, Paimon still feels like she got a little smarter. Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before?
Radio. Let's go. Oh, that's Snoop. That's Snoop. Ah. I was gonna have to walk a good bit.
Hey, you two!
What'd it do?
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
I wonder if there's some more
are you
riddles.
collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
A most generous donation by yours truly, as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon looked
Namely,
horrified.
a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
Are you sure?
They
In that
really,
case,
like,
I'll gladly take it.
what's it? So, at the end, like, when the game first launched, maybe, like, also during Inazuma, it was not nearly as this animated of a game, not at nearly as, like, fun. The scenes weren't this fun to watch. It would just be like Paimon shaking her, this basically the no that Paimon does, rather than all these wacky angles.
Here you are. Now remember,
and eye
this
movements.
package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck, we'll still show up even if you're
Unable to call. Oh, so if I die, then I get a free coffin. Fun.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying something about needing help?
Oh, yeah. That.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
Well, it's still fun.
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be found.
Sounds like Zhao.
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghosty in the wild.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent.
No.
At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my pure yang spirit, and immediately prepared to exorcise it. But none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it, and tried to ascertain what I was dealing with, it disappeared into thin air.
You're sure it's not a ghost or spirit of some kind?
Hey, that could help with a ghost.
Quite sure.
Or spirit.
I could sense that it had a physical body. And if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking back on it, if it wasn't an evil spirit, maybe I offended some kind of adeptus, or illuminated beast.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have reacted the same way. Besides,
Or
we're
similarly.
making up for it now by doing our best to find out the truth. Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted tail?
Imagine it was
Why
just
don't you
Becky.
take a guess first, Tutal?
Oh, that means you have.
Man, why is my
I
mom
can't
calling
be
me?
absolutely
Hold on.
certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon. So whatever it is, it's not dangerous.
If you gonna call me to ask for me if I want sandwiches, and just text me. Call me if it's something more complicated than that, but otherwise, just text me. It was like, do you want sandwiches? That's a yes or no answer. I'd say no. If it's more like, hey, are you going somewhere? Then maybe not that. But if it's something like, I don't know, maybe something more urgent, then yeah, we're time sensitive. I guess that was time sensitive, but
How about
still.
this? We can incorporate a search element into tomorrow's poetry activity.
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
You're outside, Paimon.
Close, but no. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax tonight and get a...
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the wine stand.
Yeah, I saw it. Long, but nice introduction. Well, let us proceed. 8 to 10. It's time for fun. Time is it's.
Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations, and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. We will all reconvene here tonight. Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun,
Look,
and
these
the
walls.
Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
You guys
Are you
have been
sure
here
this is
kind of
okay?
far.
It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Avonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out,
Why am I
I'll
getting
look for new
hang-up
cocktail
vibes?
ingredients
Or
too.
hang-up
Just
vibes.
think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be fun.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much. I will be sure to repay your kindness someday.
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk,
That's true. But how do we decide who goes in which group?
why don't we draw lots?
Yeah! That'll make things even more fun.
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd? and I can't think of anything to say to them.
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first!
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle
I
in the other.
swear he said wander
What
instead
a
of one
relief.
group.
At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think... that won't be...
I also await your guidance.
Be so formal, man.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
We know each other. Yo, what you talking about with that
Did anyone forget to
formal
If not,
suit and
bring
tie?
Let's get going! Dun, 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 dun. Come on!
Wow.
Come
Are
on.
those ears and tail real? So fluffy. Alright. Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like to go?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Alright. Let's go get spot.
Sure. Then, everyone, follow me.
Hello, Zhao. Maybe it was Zhao. Oh. Funky. Anyway. You ever just like wanna fill your lungs with as much oxygen as possible and just let it out? Let's see here. Like you got something you wanna say. Do you, Casper? Let's check out this game. Sure. I'll figure it out on the fly. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Oh, I could just hold it and it does that. What do you mean I didn't hit? Man, that was not good. Oh well. god, I suck. God, I'm bad at this. Why? We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. That was easy. I didn't mean to just exit. Oh my god, you got a lot. We gonna be alright. Easy. Okay, so you could get a crown. You get some dandelion bookmarks. To use for I have no clue what. So what is this one time? You like get as many a lot of time as you can. Almost got a bit more. 4720. There was something up here.
Surprise!
I'll figure it out. It's been an hour. That's combat. Oh, yeah, I think that'll do it. I'm kind of tired. Anyways, see ya.